Now, the last thing that we want to do right off the bat is jump headlong into our responsive web layout without really having an understanding, really having sort of a sense of exactly what responsive web design is. So before we really start tearing into this, I want to show you some examples of some responsive design sites, and also, at the beginning here, give you a definition of responsive web design. And I think Wikipedia really sums it up nicely. Let me zoom in on this so you can see this a little bit better here. Responsive web design, or RWD as it is sometimes referred to, is a web design approach aimed at crafting sites to provide optimal viewing experience. That means easy reading and navigation with a minimum of resizing, panning, and scrolling across a wide range of devices, okay, including desktop computers, laptops, mobile telephones, tablets, all that great stuff. A site designed with RWD adapts to the layout of the viewing environment, okay, by using fluid, proportional, grid-based layouts, flexible images, and CSS3 media queries. All of these things are topics that you and I, of course, are going to be addressing, okay? So that's, in a nutshell, what responsive design is. Rather than creating static, fixed layouts as we've done for so many years, now we're starting to build layouts that adapt to the device that's being used to view the layout. That kind of sums it up. Here's some examples. You could do a quick Google search, by the way, for, responsive design gallery or responsive design showcase, things like this. There are tons and tons and tons of great examples. This is just one blog post that I found that I thought provided some really good examples here. So once again, we're going to have the desktop version of the layout, the tablet version of the layout, and the mobile version of the layout. Notice that the branding is all maintained throughout all three devices, the logos and the color schemes and the images and so on. But what's happening is the layout itself and even the colors are shifting between the devices, okay? So that's a great example. Here's a couple more for you. This is kind of a cool one, I thought, with all these tiny graphics. Again, things shifting around, things moving. So rather than having, for example, the sidebar over on the right-hand side, now it appears down towards the bottom, or perhaps on the mobile device it doesn't appear at all, or it appears across the top, one of the sidebar components anyway, and the other one disappears completely. You can do a lot of different things with responsive design and, of course, your CSS3 media queries, okay? So here's some other examples for you. This is another great example. So in the desktop version, we have a left-hand sidebar, a main content area, and then it looks like a Google map there. On the tablet view, that material shifts to more of a vertical layout rather than horizontal, so across the top and then beneath, this sort of thing, right? So there you go. It's up to you. You can keep scrolling through. You can keep looking for some different examples, hop onto Google and do a search and get an idea of what other designers and developers are putting together. But of course, myself, I want to jump right into the entire process. It's pretty awesome stuff. What we'll do next is we'll take a look at what the resolutions are that you and I are going to be targeting for desktop, for tablet, and of course for mobile as well.